Hello, 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 hello. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Great. That part is working. That's good. I'm hoping my computer just won't crash on me in the middle of the way. So, you know, there's always that. uh, okay. So, um, oh, hang on a second. So the first thing is, if you created prior to yesterday, you're in this. Unfortunately, I don't have the bandwidth to get more people in. I actually, and I want to apologize to C does IT because I sacrificed your player too. Um, so you're not in this. I'm sorry. So, but he's not watching, so he's not missing out on anything. But welcome to the season 34. Did I change that? I thought I changed that. Is it saying that right now on the Oh, it is. Okay. The season 34 Prospects Showcase. Um we have been doing the showcase since uh well, so yeah, I apologize to a few people. Yeah. There was a there is a thing within how this kind of functions, and the team, there's a lot of batters, like a ridiculous amount of batters this season. Um, I in the I don't even know how many seasons we've been doing this. Let's just say 10, because it's nice round even numbers. We have never had to platoon or have a bench for the prospect showcase. So kudos to the recruitment team for just giving us a ridiculously huge a class here, and I'm really happy that everyone can come join and uh, just enjoy. Is there a lack of pitchers? I always say there seems to be, for whatever reason, it's very tilted towards batters right now. Let's just say that. We not gonna lie, we could always use pitchers. It's good pitchers are hard to find. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that we don't ever need pitchers. Um, so unfortunately, if you so I apologize to a few people that created yesterday. Unfortunately, I really just didn't have the time. It actually takes a good amount of time to actually set this up, believe it or not. So this isn't like a 5 second throw it together thing. So, um, but either way, we're here to just kind of enjoy some baseball, fake baseball, while this is the off season. We're in the off season week. It seems kind of long because it seems a while since we had the playoffs, but it's really not that long. But the we do this really as part of this off season, just something fun to do, and for new players to see their players for the first time. Um, and so uh, yeah, and man, I like I said, we've been doing this for over 10 seasons now. We started the first one we ever did was really just a 7 game series between two teams, and I think I kind of been tweaking the format here and there. It got to the point where I realized the format was too long and it was just too much. And then there is so I think I tweaked it back down now. I don't know if this is the best way to do it. Perhaps I'll think of something else next season. Um, anyways, the screenshots of the rosters were posted in uh, in the game day channel in the main server. And are you still? AJ, you know the funny thing? Like I kid you not, like an hour ago, like the stream graphics team, Sonic actually asked me if it could be presented by the stream graphics team, and I was like, yeah, sure. And and then I was sitting around, I was like, wait, didn't I have somebody else sponsor this before? And I couldn't think of who it was, and I was like, oh, it's Dave Mann. So Dave Mann gets snubbed. You know what? Next season, somebody remind me next season to 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 dig Dave Mann out of his grave, and we'll throw him in to one of the teams. Why not? Because some team is going to get Dave Mann from here on. Um, we actually have so many batters. There was actually a staple of the Prospect Showcase. The player name was Jose, and hey, you didn't remind me. That's your problem, AJ. You didn't remind me. Nobody reminded me. So uh, there was a inactive player by the name of Jose, and for whatever reason, like he was just a filler in the teams. But I kid you not, his teams have won like 6 or 7 of these things, and he's been like a legend since. But since there's so many hitters that created this season, we had no room for Jose. But so Jose is not around this for the first time since I could really remember, as part of the Prospect Showcase. But we did name a team after him to kind of commemorate. So I think if you didn't see the screenshots before, um, I'm just gonna go through the teams a little bit. um, so we have first the New York Pizza Rats, and I'm not gonna go through all the names, but you can see there are because there are some inactive previous 100 TPE relievers and pitchers that are thrown in there. So not every one of these are from this class, but so those are the pitchers for the Pizza Rats, and this is the starting lineup. Like I said, people are going to be playing every other game and so forth. Hopefully, so is there any way to get those logos? I could picture this logo. Actually, I don't know where I got this from. This was actually from my OTP Online League. We used to have a team called the New York Rats, and I don't even remember where we got that one from. But it's been I had this logo for a long time now, and when it was suggested to me to name a team the New York Pizza Rats, I had the perfect logo for it. Um, so yeah, I could send that to you. It's just I dug this out of my OTP files there. So the next team is the San Jose Jose's because we name a team after Jose, and yeah, and then we have the pitching over here, and I hope I started everyone properly. But anyways, and then the third team is the Simluck over the Irish pitchers and the lineup. And then our fourth team is the Vancouver Punishers. And there is a story behind the Punishers. There will be a podcast that will be released either tonight or tomorrow, because AJ's and Musha is waiting, and because so I will try to get that podcast out. But there is a story behind the Vancouver Punishers, and there's the pitching. So. So how this format goes is that we have a best of 5 series and then a best of 7 series. We're only going to show the elimination games like we do in the playoffs, or else we're going to be here forever. I am hoping this isn't going to turn into like multiple reverse sweeps. This is what happened about like 3 prospect showcase ago, and it was ridiculous. So I'm hoping that won't be the case. Like I said, I don't have a better way of doing this. I thought about making the first round a best of 3, but then one team is only going to get shown like once, and I'm kind of hoping that won't be the case. Anyways, so I did not. AJ, come on, catch up here. I'm promoting the podcast. Um, so without so we're gonna quick sim the first couple of games here until we get to elimination game. We'll go through the box scores really quick. The file will be available if someone. I know some people are asking for box scores and stuff. Obviously, I can't clip them at this time, but if somebody else can, that would be wonderful. But the file itself will be. I will post it and it will be available um, later on. So without further ado, we're going to go through. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. So we're just going to go through the first 2 games and just go through the scores really quick. So the first game goes to the Simluck of the Irish, beating the New York Pizza Rats 6-4. Even though the Rats tried to come back in the bottom of the ninth and just fell short. Everyone lives Enoch. I'm getting bullied. Why are you getting bullied? I mean, punish AJ. Oh, I mean, that's the Fire AJ will be a podcast at one point. We're waiting for that one. So, um, so on the Simluck side, you have Corey Millhouse. Yes, it is. Ooh, I got good memory now. 3 for 5 days for Corey Millhouse and Xander Bogaerts Jr. Oh, by the way, my hello. Can you hear me? Oh, I am so sorry. I keep forgetting my headset does this thing where I don't think because the sound isn't coming in properly, it thinks that it goes to sleep. I keep forgetting that it did that. I'll keep in mind of that. I'll just there's something I can do to fix that. So sorry about that. Sorry, I gotta ping real quick. Just want to make sure it's nothing crazy. Oh yeah, okay, yeah I know. Okay, all right. We're gonna quickly go to the second game. The Jose's versus the Punishers. And San Jose takes to the road teams taking the first game 7-2. Over on San Jose's side, leading the way, middle of the order, Granholm, Travis Granholm, Danny B, Plague himself, going 3 for 3. And Cooper Mears, the catcher, going 3 for 4, and a 3 RBI day for Manny Calavera. So, and on Vancouver side, Shane Knox and something Elliott, Kane Elliott, with a couple of hits on that side. Not too much else going on for Vancouver's bat. Home runs by Manny Calavera on in the third. Over on uh, San Jose's pitching side, Ben Sheets. It is Ben Sheets, right? It's Benny Sheets. Benny Sheets goes 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, getting the win. Jackson Bentley getting a 3 inning save. On Vancouver's side, Vandal Page. Vader Page, I'm sorry, Vandal. Vader Page unfortunately had a rough outing there. I'm sorry there, buddy. um, sorry there, buddy. Yeah, so player of the game is Benny Sheets. All right, and then we're gonna move into the next day. I'm gonna save this guy, so just in case. This is the real playoffs. Yes, it is. Jose, you're that entire team now. Your entire you and the other Jose embodies San Jose Jose's. It's all the Jose's living in there. Um, Fishy starting the Alexander Benjamin. Yes. uh, for all you newbies who don't know, Alexander Benjamin is our commissioner, Hummus God. This is his second player. His he started out his first game in the minors by with like a 23 ERA or something ridiculous like that, and he gave up like 7 runs, like, and didn't. I don't think he made it out of like the second, and so all right. So the game two, luck of the Irish, game two of this best of 5 series. Here we go. And the Pizza Rats get their revenge, tying up the series at 1. No reverse sweeps, please. Okay. And the box scores. Here we go. They score 6 in the bottom of the third. The Irish getting hits, but not really scoring many runs. A couple of hits for Millhouse, La Princess Fry, and what's his San Francisco. San Francisco. And along with Danny Wilson? Dusty Wilson, I'm sorry. Dusty Wilson, the catcher. I actually forgot to mention this. When I'm scrolling through the pictures, you guys might see your player wearing some kind of uniform. This is because I forgot to do something in the game, and the game kind of shuffled everybody onto different teams. It wasn't meant to be, and it's not how the draft. If you see yourself in like a Dillo's jersey or a Hepcat jersey, it is not. It's not actually because you were drafted by that team. It's because this file did stuff. So don't think that was a team that you got drafted to. Um, there you go. There you go, Johnny. Johnny Tsunami 2. One stream at a time. Build back up your bank. I told you this. So. Um, so on New York side, hit for everybody basically except for Froby Kobe there, and so really a team effort. Super Gremlin with a 2-hit 3 RBI day, and that is it's a 3-run shot. Yes, it's a 3-run shot in the third inning off of Gerald Slams. On the Irish pitching, Slams pretty much got destroyed. Six earned runs in two in a third inning. The bullpen did kind of hold on, but too little, too late. Over on the pitching side for New York, Lowe. It's Lincoln Lowe going 7 and a third, giving up only 1 run. And then the bullpen came in and that sealed the deal with Diaz, Jesus Diaz getting the save. Player of the game is Super Gremlin. And now we're on to the second game. Let's see if we get an elimination game or not here. And we don't. Vancouver tying this series up, scoring 3 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th. San Jose looks like strung up a bunch of hits, but can't get runs through. Styles Clements, 2 for 4 day. Granholm with a 3 for 4 day. And a couple of hits for DeGaulle and Frank. But you can see they only knocked in 1 run, so not enough there. Vancouver getting hits all over the place and kind of spraying out the RBIs. But Nancy Wheeler with a 3 for 3 day leading the charge. On San Jose's side, Ryabi, yeah, taking the loss there, and over on Vancouver side, De Gaulle getting the win, giving up 1 run over 5 1/3, and the Pen held it down the rest of the way. So, player of the game is Devon De Gaulle. Oh, I didn't realize we had two of these guys named Dawson and. Oh, okay. All right, so we won't have an elimination game yet. So let's issue a day off, and we're gonna get to game 3. So after this day, there should be we are going to see the game. So let's go through these really quick. And the Irish taking a 5-3 victory to get the series to 2-1. And for New York side, McKinley with a couple of hits, Beckham with 3 hits, Koolman with a couple of hits. So it's hits all around, 13 hits altogether. Selman Arms went for a 3-for-4 day, and Tyrone White with 2-for-3 day. Over on the Simluk side, a couple of hits for Chambers, who is Damian Chambers. Xander Bogaerts Jr. and a couple RBIs for Joe Shiesty, along with Chambers. Chambers getting the home run off of Hackenbush in the 8th. New York pitching, Porterfield taking the loss, and on Simluk's side, Will Millis taking the win with Whiplash getting the save. And player of the game is Damian Chambers. All right, so now game 3 of Punishers and San Jose. And San Jose getting the edge over the Punishers, taking the 2-1 series lead. Over on Vancouver side, is it Anthony? Anthony Stover going 2-for-5. Shane Knox 2-for-3. A couple of hits for Elliott as well. Over on San Jose side, looks like Clement getting a couple of hits, Garfield getting a couple of hits at DH, Mears driving in a couple of runs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Not too much stuff going on there. Not a high-scoring game. Murder Sharp getting the loss, pitching 6 innings, giving up 3 runs and 6 strikeouts. Over on San Jose side, Tippin getting the win. McKenzie gets the save, a 2-inning save. Slurm McKenzie. And Shaggy Tippin is the player of the game. So, we will have a game to show. And you got to remind me, I got to turn off BNN there so it doesn't. But give me just 1 second because I realized I didn't get any water. And you think I've been doing this for a long time and I'll remember to get water. But no, not really. Now I have to. Now I'm really thirsty. So now you guys get to entertain yourself for 10 seconds while I get water. All right, let's see. Which game should we go to first? Let's go from left to right. So we're going to have Mace Windu versus Prince Bynum in this elimination game with the Irish up on the Pizza Rat 2-1. So, let me just check my settings. I said it before, but who knows? It probably resets. Oh, hey, it didn't reset. That's nice. I am going to hit no on that. And there's your matchup. It looks like it's a very even matchup across the board. Pitching side, they gave the nod to Mace Windu over Prince Bynum. But overall, this hopefully is a good game. So we're just going to kick it off. So yeah, I mentioned, but before we do, I did mention that if anybody wants to come on, and I am kind of open to that. If you want to get to know you a little bit, if you feel like it, you don't, that's fine, whatever. We're just here to chill, watch some baseball. So And then we're going to. Cookie Monster hasn't played yet for the Irish. Hopefully they will. I have set this to people playing every other game, and I have no idea what the sim is going to do. So I apologize if people don't get the playing time. I will try my best to keep an eye out on that and kind of force things. Um, the sim is going to do whatever the heck it wants. Unfortunately, I don't like the fact that there are bench players, but there's just way too many people, and not enough for another X amount of teams, and it would have just made this really difficult. But so I do apologize if your player didn't get the playing time it really deserves. Uh, Sorry, I'm just reading a chat right now. Let's see. So, I'm too nervous. Okay, I don't know what. Oh, uh, Punk. Yes, that is Kevin Cho on my name card right now. I haven't changed it, but I don't think I really need to. Kevin Choate is the GM of the New York Rangers. So, uh, Scud, can we do? Oh man, I meant to ask the mod teams if anybody was available, but if I don't think anybody is. If somebody is, if they want to run a prediction, that will be fine by me. Um, Musha the Sim has played the same lineup. Really? Have they? Damn it! I could have sworn there was a different lineup at one point, but okay. I do apologize. I will. Well, I will try to shuffle. You know what? After this game, if there's still a game five, I'm gonna shuffle some stuff around. I'm actually gonna manually intervene so some other people get to play. So, um, yeah, because it's kind of not fair, obviously. Um, so, but I will go in and shuffle some stuff around after this. So, why don't we just kick this off so we're not spending too much time? Oh, yeah, all good. It's fine. I should have asked them. I keep every time like I meant to ask the mod team if anybody was available, and obviously nobody. I didn't this time, so this is my fault. Just the week got away from me, really. All right. There's no VNN, so no point in turning it on. So, all right. So, oh man, I didn't set it. All right, hang on one second. Let me see. I gotta turn off some stuff here because this is not what I want. No. Let's see if that's better. All right, so we have. Okay. Oh, why did you do that again? Hang on. This is not what I wanted. Oh, I see. I clicked the wrong one. All right, sorry about that. All right, so we have McKinley who's single, or actually was it single? No. And now Beckenham flies out, the second out, and that is a stolen base for McKinley, and that is a walk for Kuhlman for Froby Kobe coming up, 2 on, 2 out, and Froby hits this one deep to center, and they'll be tracked down to end the top of the first. The score is 0-0. Millhouse get a single up the middle. 1 on, no outs. Salamanca skies this one to center for the first out. And a grounded to short, that's 1. They can't turn 2, so Fry is safe as first. Varero this is a this is a this is a strikeout pass ball thrown to first for the third out. So no score after 1. We're moving into the top of the second. Gremlin will hit a shallow fly ball that will be caught by the second baseman. Salmon Arm will pop out to the foul territory. White will ground out to third, and that's a quick 1-2-3 for the top of the second for the Rats. and Chambers flies out. Yeah, yes, the face. If you have signed up for a face gen, those won't be in until either spring training or perhaps even afterwards. Face gens and other graphics. Honestly, I've been saying this for a long time. Not the top of the priority list for me in the off season. There are 9 million other things that needs to be done with the sim file, and that usually goes last. But by spring training, usually, if I have the time to, that they will be in. If not, it'll be after spring training. And what happens tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow there is the minor league draft, which is going on at 6 p.m. and that will be hosted by Rabbit Sponge. And this is the class. This season 34 class is the one that's getting drafted tomorrow. And looks like the Rats take a 1-0 lead before. And top of the third is over. So we got top of the order for the Irish. Millhouse grounds out. Salamanca hits this one pretty deep to center, but it'll be caught for the second out. Fry hit a little dribbler, and they beat it out. They beat it out. Ferrero is up, and they will strike out looking. So no runs yet for the Irish. Yeah, I'm excited about this class. This is probably our biggest class in a while. Like I said, like we generally the number that we have right now is probably usually the total amount of class players, and after all is said and done. But actually, no, this is actually bigger than the last class already, and if trend continues, this class could be upwards to like 90 people, which is really crazy, but very much welcome. And it's a pass ball and strike, but Windu still strikes out Shiesty, and that's an infield single for Wilson, and they will tie the game at 1. And that is a base hit by Millhouse, and that will score Bogarts, and they take a 2-1 lead. Did we only had one round? No, it was never. Well, maybe, I don't know. Okay. Well, yeah. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Yes. What a catch by the right fielder there. And that's a base hit up the middle for Beckenham, and they tie the game at 2. And that's a base hit up the middle for Kuhlman, and that's first and third with 1 out for New York. There's a ground out to the third baseman. They're playing in, so nobody moves. But that is a base hit by Gremlin, and they'll score 2, and it's 4-2 New York. Salmon Arms will walk, so Bynum getting into himself a lot of trouble. But he gets White to ground out to second to end the inning. So, but not before giving up 3. Fry will ground out to the shortstop for the first out. Ferrero lines this one back to the pitcher. Ooh. Chambers will get this one into left field for a single. San Francisco will hit this one fairly deep to right, and they'll be caught. So still 4-2. Yeah, Musha, I don't remember that. Maybe it was there, but I don't know. So for some reason I don't remember it being that. I know there was a few classes really small. Waylander getting the triple, and Beckenham knocking them in. So it's 5-2 New York. And draft bus Jimbo is up, and he walks the first person. And that will be, oh boy. And Froby Kobe will knock two in with a two-run double. It's 7-2 now, New York. So, yeek. Home team not doing that well there. Gremlin strikes out to end the inning, but another 3 runs tacked on. The Irish have need a little luck on their side right now. It's coming in Elsidrit? Seldrit? It's pitching and oh well, 1, 2, 3. That was quick. And that's the first out by Arms. White coming up, and a little pop up to third. Jocko Bryant will line this out to second, and so no runs there. So the bullpen kind of holding. Let's see if the Irish can tack on some runs to start a rally. Wait, Musha, which one's the bot? There's no, Musha, there's no bots in here. They're all. Anyways, that's an RBI double by Fry. So it's 7-4 now. It's sneaking, slowly sneaking. No, Draft Bus Jumbo is not a bot. It's an actual player. It's an IA. They create it and they just never did anything. So it's an actual player. So sorry, I'm getting pings all over the place. I just want to make sure. Sorry, I need to answer this. Okay. All right. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Let's see if Irish can get back in here. Jesus Diaz coming in to try to close this out. Joe Shiesty getting the walk with 1 out. And Wilson striking out. And there's a grounder, and there's an infield single for Millhouse. Salamanca will hit this one to right field to end the bottom of the 8th. So they get 2 on, but couldn't get anybody in. Yeah, you would think of a name like that is a bot, but it's not. And Kuhlman will get himself a triple to start off this inning. So getting some, seeing they could get some insurance run back, and they can. With Froby Kobe knocking them in. It's 8-4 now. Gremlin will take the walk. 2 on, no out, and Salmon Arms will strike out for first one. And Moore will walk White, so bases loaded again. That's up the middle for Jocko Bryant, so it's now 9-4. Looks like New York is going to get this one. And McKinley drives in 2 more, and that's 11-4 now. And Wielander will strike out. Beckenham will ground out to short to end this inning. So they give up 4, and this is a huge hole for the Irish to climb. Fry, Ferrero, Chambers coming up. And Fry will fly out to second. Not a good start. Ferrero will hit this one deep, and that is gone. 398 feet, so getting something back in. So it's 11-5. And Chambers coming up. Chambers will ground out to second, so down to the last out now by San Francisco. And that will be a ground out to second, to short, and that will be it as the New York Pizza Rats move on to the next round. Or, the last round, really. Congratulations to the Pizza Rats. So in this game, McKinley went a lot of hits here. McKinley, 4 hits. Waylander, a couple of hits. Beckenham, 3 for 6 with 3 RBIs. Froby Kobe, 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs there. And those are the big ones. And Millhouse on Irish side, Millhouse went 3 for 5, a couple of hits for Fry and San Francisco, but unfortunately not enough as their pitching could not do much. Windu taking the win, give up no earned runs over 5 innings. And the bullpen hell. Unfortunately, Bynum getting hit around 6 runs over 5 2/3, and so did Ira Moore, unfortunately. Player of the game is Chris McKinley. Let's see here. All right, so I'm actually going to take a look here because go to the second game with I want to make sure people play. I'm actually going to have to manually intervene now because it's not doing what I want, which is they're supposed to play like every other game and then or every third game, and they're not doing so. Yeah, it looks like they pretty much play the entire way. That's not what I want. What is it? Hang on. I'm gonna cancel. Sorry, I'm gonna go take a look. Yeah, I'm gonna have to manually intervene. So, all right. Not too many thought process to this. I don't have time for that. So I'm gonna do that for both teams. I'm just gonna sub in some other people. Yep, OTP hates. It never does what I ever wanted to do. Play them. No. All right. Mustard. And I will go through this a few times just to shuffle people around because it's not going to do what I want it to do. So, which is fine. All right, so let's see if it did what I wanted to do, and then it's just watch, it's going to become stupid, and then it's going to revert what I did. All right, it didn't. Okay. All right, so we have Vancouver at San Jose. It's an elimination game with San Jose up 2-1. Well, let's just jump into it. All right. And Skelton getting the stolen base. Mayhem flies out for the first out, and Bolton striking out for the second out. Albies will. Oh, it's a nice sliding catch by the center fielder, Kendrick Mills. Kendrick? I think it's Kendrick. Yes, Kendrick Mills. Clements will ground out for the first out. Hayashi flies out to deep center. Garfield will fly out to relatively deep right. 1-2-3, 1-2-3 for both teams. Matt Knight will strike out to lead off the inning, with Kane Elliott coming up, the second baseman. That is a base hit by Elliott. Salamanca will strike out. Nancy Wheeler. And that is a ground out by James. We're not seeing. Yes, Scud. It wasn't assigned. It literally was just a game, because the way the file had to be set up, it actually pushed in inaugural draft for the minor league, and it dumped everybody into all different league teams. It's kind of really annoying, because I keep forgetting to delete that, and then I get too far into the file, and I'm like, no, I'm not starting over again. Oh man. So Sykes getting his work in there. 5 strikeouts already. Make that 6th strikeout. As he struck out the side there. San Jose is up 1-0. Frank will ground out to second to lead off the inning. And that is a fly ball to left by oh. And Garfield flies out. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Knight, Elby's flies out, and Knight will get a base hit. So, and Elliott coming up, and Elliott hits this one fairly deep, but it'll be caught in right field for the second out. Salamanca will get a base hit, and that will bring Knight to third base, so first and third. But Wheeler will ground out to end the inning. Garfield, Hayes, Granholm coming up, and Garfield will ground out for the first out. Hayes will ground out to third for the second out. Granholm hitting will ground out. So not exactly an offensive game here. Yes, it is. OTP is simultaneously the greatest and the most frustrating experience in SimWorld. It is very true. You love it, but you also want to like strangle it. So, 2 on, no out, really quick for Vancouver, but Mayhem will fly out for the first out. Bolton will get ground into a fielder's choice. First and third, 2 out, but Elby's was ground out into a fielder's choice. So they get 5 hits, but can't get anybody home. San Jose coming up to see if they can stretch the lead. That is a ground out for Mears and a fly out for Mills. Mustard will ground out to the third baseman. And another 1-2-3 inning. Matt Knight leading off, and he will hit this into center, left center, and be caught by the center fielder. And that is a walk by Elliott. 1 on, 1 out with Salamanca coming up, and he will hit this to center. For a second out, Wheeler will hit this, a pop-up behind the pitcher's mound, caught by the shortstop. And that is another 1-2-3 inning. Well, kind of one, not really. So, that's not a quick inning, I should say. Clemens will strike out for the second out. Man, this is pitcher's duel here. And a little tapper in front of the catcher, and Hayashi will be thrown out at first. New York did win. Yes, they are on to the next round. This is a best of 5. It's the first round. So, Skelton getting a base hit back up the middle. The 6th hit. Shane Knox coming in as a pinch hitter. And he will strike out looking. Bolton up the middle, so first and second. 2 outs, and Albies hit this one deep, but it'll be tracked down by the center fielder. So 7 hits for Vancouver, no runs. The roster is posted in the game day channel in the main PBE server. Garfield flies out to deep center. Hayes will fly out to center. Granholm will fly out to right field. Yeah, that's pretty much just the entire game right now. It's just only 3 hits for San Jose, but they got the run, which is the most important thing. K. Ren coming in to pitch, and I'm sorry, came in the last inning, so he's full inning now. But getting Knight to strike out, but walking Elliott. Salamanca will fly out to center. Wheeler coming up and grounding out to the second baseman. So still only 3 hits for San Jose. So only 7 hits for Vancouver. No runs. And let's see if San Jose can get anything going. Mears grounds out. And that is a base hit by Kendrick Mills. And Buster will hit this one to center for the second out. Frank will hit this one into right, and that's it. In the bottom of the 8th. So we move to the top of the 9th. Last chance for Vancouver. 7 hits, no runs. Let's see if Ren can close it out. Ren walks James to lead off the inning, but strikes out Skelton. And this one is sky pretty deep, but it'll be caught by the right fielder. Bolton coming up. Bolton, and it will line out to the left fielder, and that is it. To San Jose. Jose's move on to face the New York Pizza Rats. Gordo is 100 TPE good. Well, 100 TPE is the base TPE that everybody starts off with when you create a player. So, is that good? Everything is relative. Let's just say that. But overall, no. 100 TPE is not good. Not when after everybody progresses and gain TPE through activities and so forth. 100 TPE. While there are very good 100 TPE builds, in the long run, it's not very good. But in this case, in our showcase, everybody is pretty much 100 TPE. So it's all chaos. It's fun. Man, this is the real playoffs. Not that Mickey Mouse playoffs that we had last week. All right. Not a lot of hitting going on here. A couple of hits for Skelton. That's pretty much it. 7 hits for Vancouver. No run. San Jose side, they had Kendrick Mills 2 for 3 with RBI, but that RBI was ultimately the game-winning RBI. That's the most important thing. Roberts going 7 innings, taking the loss. Tough luck loss. And Sykes getting the win, and Ren getting the save, a 2 2/3 inning. Player of the game is Steven Sykes. I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna shuffle around both lineups just to get people playing because that's what we're all about here. Off and. So I'm gonna go look at the Irish, and I'm just gonna shuffle stuff around because who really hasn't played? So he hasn't played. So let's give Stag his due. So let's just put Stag in here and get him some Cookie Monster. Let's go, Cookie Monster. Actually, where's his belt? Oh, Cookie Monster. Actually, what do you play? Left field, right field. Let's move you down to left so we can replace Bogarts. And Coleman. Don't think they played yet, so I'm sorry. Third, and we're going to get Marie in. So we'll change all this stuff around. We'll give them a couple of games to play. By game 3, we'll change the lineups around again. And the New York Pizza Rats. I think we did some of this before, but let's get some people in. So DeSantos comes in. Let's get Hooper in. Mojo Rising. Oh, okay, that works. And O'Houlihan. And the catcher, too. So let's get them in. Let's go. All right. So, game one. So, we're going to quick sim the game one until we get to elimination game. So, let's go, let's go, let's go. Zorro versus Hooper. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I thought the rats moved on. Oh, I'm an idiot. Why did I think the rats moved on? Did I miss something? Series tie at 2. Did I completely miss something? So they went rats. Pizza Rat taking it, and then Irish winning 11-5. No, okay, Irish beat. Okay, okay. I I don't know what's going. I have a long day, so forgive me. So apparently, yeah. All right, I guess it's game 5, so whatever. Let's go through this. Game 5 of the Rats and the Irish. So why do I think New York moved on? I have no idea. So no, I'm not okay. I am apparently not very okay. This is the off season is like the busiest time for me in regards to the league. So I this is probably the tail end of like my nuttiness. So I don't know what's happening. So let's just do this. All right, Irish. How lucky of you. So Neil Hooper giving up. Corey Milhouse leading off the way with a double, and that is a fly out to right by Salamanca. Gator will ground out. Marie gets this one over the head of the shortstop, bringing in Milhouse, taking a 1-0 lead for the Irish. And that is a stolen base by Chambers. And that is a ground out from Chambers, and that will do it first. But Irish taking a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the first, Rising flies out to right field. O'Houlihan gets this one deep, and that is gone. Murphy O'Houlihan tying this game up at 1. Beckham gets the walk. Hooper up the middle, base hit. And that's first and second with 1 out. And Froby Kobe flies out to left. Gremlin up the middle, base hit. And that will knock in Beckham. New York taking a 2-1 lead. And Hayes grounds out to the third baseman. So move on to the top of the second. 2-1, New York leads. Cookie Monster flies out to left. Tobin. And that's an error, and that will bring Tolman to second, and San Francisco to third. But Wilson strikes out. Milhouse strikes out, so Hooper gets out of it. So after a not so good first start, he seems to be doing much better in this one. Bottom of the second now. Zorro pitching, and White strikes out. DeSantos. Sky's out to center. And that went. Rising gets this one over the head of the center fielder for a double. Two out double. O'Houlihan will get this one past a diving second baseman, and that would knock in Rising. That is another RBI for Houlihan. And Beckenham getting a single. 3-1 now. And this one is sky deep. Hooper. 3-run shot by Gilbert Cooper, the center fielder, giving the Rats a 6-1 lead. Froby getting a ball past the third baseman for a double, so it continues on. Gremlin getting the walk. Oh boy. Hayes will get this one past the shortstop, and that would knock in another run. It's 7-1 now. Oh boy. And White strikes out to end this mercifully. They put up 5. It's 7-1 now. The Irish has a big hill to climb now, like the last game. Salamanca. Oh, but they are doing it right. A double by Gator. So it's 2 on, no out. But Murray grounds out to third. Chambers strikes out. San Francisco strikes out. So Hooper comes up strong after giving up that double. So he holds, and the Irish can't get anything going. Yes, everybody's 100 TPE. No lead is safe. Every team is basically balanced. So anything, it's just all chaos. Oh, Houlihan gets hit. They didn't like that he drove in a few runs on them. So there's a walk to Cookie Monster to lead off the inning. Top of the fourth. Tolman grounds in a double play. You don't see too many of those, but it happens. And Dusty Wilson lines out to the shortstop. So that's a quick inning for Irish, not what they need. Gilbert Hooper will strike out, leading off the inning. Froby Kobe grounds out to the shortstop for the second out. Gremlin gets this one past the first baseman. That's a base hit for Gremlin. Hayes will strike out, and that will be it for the Rats. It's still 7-1. We're moving to the top of the fifth now. That is a strikeout for Millhouse for the first out. And that is a base hit by Salamanca, the center fielder. Gator will get this one past the first baseman, and that is first and third with 1 out for Marie, who will ground into a double play to end the inning. That's a shame. But at the bottom of the order for New York, White, DeSantos, and Rising, with White grounding out to the shortstop for the first out. DeSantos will get a base hit into left field. 1 on, 1 out. Rising coming up, and he will strike out swinging. And that is a ground out by O'Houlihan. And still 7-1. Let's see if the Irish can climb back into this. There's a base hit by Chambers to lead off the inning against Ariel Ronaldo. But San Francisco will fly out to second. And there's a little... Okay, that's a little dribbler, but they get the guy a second. Tobin will ground out into a fielder's choice. So nothing happening. They 8 hits, only 1 run for the Irish. New York coming up. That's a base hit past the second baseman. Hooper will strike out looking. Froby Kobe coming up. Strike out swinging. Gremlin will hit this one deep, but it'll be caught by the right fielder. So we're end of 6 now. Time is running out for the Irish. That is a strikeout for Wilson to lead off the top of the 7th. And Millhouse grounds out to the shortstop. Salamanca, well, I guess line out to the first baseman. Well, so much for that. Bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the order for New York. And Hayes will hit a shallow fly ball to center for the first out. White will ground out to first. DeSantos will fly out to shallow right. So all the scoring done in the first 2 innings. Nothing, all zeros after that. Gator getting himself a double to lead off this top of the 8th. Marie will hit a slow roller, but they do get him out at first. And Chambers strikes out for the second out. San Francisco will strike out, but he will reach first. There's a pass ball. Garfield will ground out to second, to short. So the pass ball didn't do anything. So we move to the bottom of the 8th, 7-1. As Rising gets himself a leadoff double in the bottom of the 8th. O'Houlihan will ground out to first. Rising moving up to third. That is a ground out to third by Beckham. Hooper will strike out looking. So why slams in? Okay. Tolman will fly out to left. This is the last chance for Irish. Wilson fly out to center. And Millhouse will strike out looking. Well, I guess not everything is turning up Millhouse. So Reggie Garfield coming in to lock that down. So now officially the Rats are moving on. Right? I'm not wrong there, right? So on the Irish side, Alligator getting 3 hits there. Salamanca getting a couple of hits, so that's pretty much it. Like they had nothing else going on for them. Over on New York side, pretty much everyone but White got a hit, and Rising, O'Houlihan, Beckham, Hooper, Gremlin all got multiple hits. Hooper with the 3-run shot to kind of put an exclamation mark in that second inning. And over on the pitching side, Zorro taking the loss, 6 runs over an inning and 2/3, unfortunately. Getting the win is Hooper, 5 innings, giving up one earned and striking out 5, and that bullpen held up. And the player of the game is Murphy O'Houlihan. And sorry, got another ping. Oh, okay. All right, so let's finish this. I'm gonna save the game here. Gonna keep the lineup because we'll change them after. All right. So we'll have series tie at 0, Sheets versus Low, as the Rats host the Jose's. Oh yeah, thank you whoever it is that's doing the prediction, by the way. So we'll go through it. We'll quick sim the first couple. Well, wait, how did we lose the prediction? It was under 14, and it was saying it was over. Move Gremlin up in the order. I could. I don't really care. I'll move anybody. I don't really care. I've no dog in a fight here. So why don't we move? Why don't we swap Gremlin and Hooper? Why don't we do that? And then let's take a look at the other team, the Jose's. Let's see if anybody needs some playing time. 3 games started for this dude. And 4 games. Okay, so that's kind of debatable. All right, well, we'll leave this as this for now. We will... All right, we will go through. We'll quick sims game 1. Well, until we hit a elimination game. So we're also gonna be here forever. All right, let's do this. All right, Jose's and the Pizza Rats. Game 1, Sheets versus Low. And Jose, oh my goodness, taking an 8-0 win. Van, what is going on? I know I joked. Jose is coaching the team, but you know. Oh, all right. So it's an 8-0 win Jose taking game 1. On the hitting side, everybody but Mears getting a hit on Jose. Clemens, Granholm, Mills, Mustard, and Frank all getting a couple of hits. On the New York side, a couple of hits for Gremlin and Hooper, who swapped spots with each other and pretty much did the same thing. Unfortunately, nobody else really did much, and the team was shut out. Pitching side, Benny Sheets getting his second win. With a 1.32 ERA in this. Good job. 7 2/3 pitch. Lowe taking the loss, unfortunately. Only going 3+, giving up 5 runs. Only 2 of those earned. Nitro coming in, unfortunately, giving up a few more runs. And player of the game is Benny Sheets. Well deserved on that. She's too good, yes. You know, I haven't heard the name Ben Sheets in so long, and then here comes the create with Ben Sheets and his render and his sig. It's a nice throwback. So I'm telling you, there's something magical about there's something about anything with Jose in this tournament. Like I'm not surprised that yeah, this is eerie and so all right. So we'll do game 2. It is Ryabi versus Porterfield. Let's see if the Rats can tie this up. And they cannot. Uh-oh. Jose's taking a 5-3 win. And yeah, scoring 2 on the top of the 7th to take the lead. This is Hayes hitting a run-scoring double versus Hackenbush. Over on San Jose's side, there's a couple of RBIs, a couple of hits for Clements, and Granholm. Man, that's a hot bat, 4-5. I don't think I could logically take him out or anything. Hayes going 2-5 there, and yeah, that's offense leading the way there. New York, the bat's a little bit silent, I guess. Well, no, they got hits, so you can't get people in. So 3-for-5 days for Rising, a couple of hits for Houlihan, and that's pretty much it. So Ryabi going 5 strong, only giving up 2 earned run. Gambo did get the win, but get the blown save, and then Red coming in with a 3-inning save. And Hackenbush taking the loss in that. There's been 3 for. So let's see. All right, so we're going to get some other people in this next game because that's probably the way to. I'm going to save this. So we're going to shuffle the lineups around a little bit for both teams. I'm going to start with the Rats. Let's see. Who played a lot so far? No, he only played 3 and 4. Okay, we're going to get Waylander back in here. Do some DHing. Let's get Rusty back in. They're now third baseman. Jack O'Brien can play third, right? Yeah. Jack O'Brien can play third. And see what McKinley. McKinley is a left fielder. So really, I will throw McKinley back in later. We'll give Mojo another game, and then Kumin's a center fielder who was. Hooper has now played 3 games. Kumin 4 games. All right, we'll leave that alone for now. Uh-oh, what'd I do? I clicked on the wrong button. That is not what I wanted to do. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. I think that's all I did. So we're just gonna get both sides. Boom. Okay, we're gonna go to Jose's and let's take a look at the lineup. So this dude plays 3. Garfield plays 6. So let's bring him in out of Garfield. Manly plays 3. Mustard plays 3. We'll leave him in one more. Frank has played 6, so Glades will come in. Ding play 3 versus Hayashi playing 3, so we'll leave that in. Clement plays 6. All right. You clearly tell there's not exactly a lot of thought process to this right now. All right. We are moving on to game 3. 3 and 4 will leave these lines up as is. So San Jose going back home, whatever that means. So let's do this. Quick sim. Tippin, Windu, and the Pizza Rats shutting out the Jose's because, road team. Why not? It looked like they put up 5 in the top of the first. And New York's bat coming to life. 6 runs on 10 hits. Gremlin getting a couple of hits there, and Salmon Arms getting a couple of RBIs from Gremlin and Salmon Arms there. Over on San Jose side, you have Hayashi a couple of hits, but unfortunately they really only got 5 hits, and that is it. Windu getting 7 1/3 shutout baseball there. Tippin taking a loss, and the player of the game is Mace Windu. All right, so we still don't have an elimination game yet. Resim, yeah. All right, hang on, let me just make sure. What's the lineup right now? Granholm plays 7, so I don't. Who needs to play? Oh. So let's do this. All right, San Jose leads the series 2-1. Rat stamina check. Yes, we must do stamina check. New York stamina check. Oh, that's actually not bad. I mean, not like the pen is actually really used. So, I was just kind of there. 3-2-2. Park Vectors. Yes, it's all Park Vectors. Actually, you're playing at Devon's house, so that's actually. I actually don't know. I don't know why, and I haven't actually set around. Every season when I make this file, it's played in New York, even though I tell it to play somewhere else. So, yeah, go figure. All right, game 4. Let's see if the Rats can tie it up or not. And they do. The road team has won every game in this series. 6-3 victory by the Rats, tying the series up at 2. New York side, a couple of hits by Houlihan and Salmon Arm, Bryant, DeSantos. The bottom of the order kind of did all the damage there between Bryant and DeSantos. Bryant getting a two-run shot off of Ren in that 8th inning. San Jose, Mears going 2 for 3. Hayes getting a couple of hits, but they only really muster up 3 runs there. Not too much. Hooper getting the win, giving up 1 run over 5 innings, and Nitro getting the save. Sykes taking the loss, and player of the game is Jocko Bryant. All right. And then we will go on. Actually, we're making good pace here. Oh, I probably just jinxed myself. Okay. Game series tied at 2. Okay. All right. So this is the last quick sim. We're gonna watch all the games after. So we have the Rats and Jose's, and then we're gonna keep the same lineup, and then we're gonna for the last 2 games we'll shuffle the lines around. So Rats, Jose's, and Jose is taking a 6-2 victory, getting the 3-2 lead now over New York. New York strung up 7 hits, rising with a couple of hits, and that they only got 2 runs out of that. Not too much going on. Over on San Jose's side, 3 for 4 day with 3 RBI by DeGaulle. Mustard with a 2 for 4 day, and so is Hayashi and Dinger at the top of that lineup. So home runs by DeGaulle. And let's take a look at the pitching there. Low taking the loss, unfortunately, and Sheets getting his 3rd win, pitching 5, giving up only 2 runs, striking out 3. McKenzie, Mosley, Gambo, and Bentley coming in for 4 innings worth of shutout baseball from the pen. That's how you win. Dawson DeGaulle getting the player of the game. Alrighty. And we're going to go here, and we are going to save this, and we're going to take a look at the lineup, get some other people back in. And thank you, Cody, for doing the mods, or whoever is doing the mods. But thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. All right, New York's, let's see, who should come back in? McKinley, I think we said we're going to bring him back in, and we'll replace him with Mojo there. And White got 7 games in, but Jocko 7 games in. I think we moved him. So Kobe with 7 games, Waylander 7 games. Gremlin, I'll leave Gremlin in there. It's fine. Oh, we'll swap out the center fielders here. Kuhlman, and then Kuhlman. I think I got reset before. Okay. All right. And then let's go to Jose's. He's played right field. Hayashi and Dinger. I'll leave Dinger in. Clement. And Manny. I think that would do. So we'll visit the lineup if there's another game after this and see if we shuffle some more people around. All right. I think the prediction was already in. Shortlist? Yes. BTS, I shortlist everything. So let's see how this looks. We have game 6 now. San Jose at New York, and with San Jose leading this series 3-2, it looks like San Jose might have a slight advantage. Wait, why did he come back in? Did I not change that? You know, I can remove all these out because this is probably what's doing it. Now it does things I don't. Now it starts doing things. All right. Oh, I see what I did. I see what I didn't do. Okay. Okay. All right. Now it's better. All right. Alrighty. I know you all tuned in for lineup changes. It's the best part. Alright, so let's look at this again. Stamina is good. Alright, so we slight advantage to to San Jose there. But the pitching goes to the Rats, so we will see how. Yep, I just realized I got muted again. I'm sorry about that. Oh man. I should do the other mic that I have. I don't know why this one just kind of falls asleep. Like when there's no sound coming in. I probably should have. But okay, so San Jose jumps out to a 1-0 lead on the top of the first. Let's see if New York can answer. McKinley, O'Houlihan, and Beckham coming in. That is and oh, what a catch in the left field by Clements for the first out. But there's a base hit by Beckham. First and second, one out. Gremlin. Oh, and a sliding catch by Mills in center. But there's a base hit by Waylander. That would knock in a run to tie the game up at 1. Kuhlman will line out to the second baseman. So it's 1-1 after 1. We go to the top of the second with Mears, Mills, and Calavera coming up. Mears flies out to right, and Mills grounds out to third. Calavera will take a walk. Blades will hit this one into right, and that will be it. So still 1-1 after the top of the second. Base hit by Salmon Arms to lead off the inning. Jocko Bryant gets a base hit, and that will get Salmon Arms to third. DeSantos would take a walk. Bases loaded now for the top of the order. McKinley. McKinley will ground out. Will take fielder's choice, but that will score a run. New York takes a 2-1 lead. Make that a 3-1 lead as Houlihan grounds out to the second baseman, getting another run. Beckham grounds back to the pitcher for the third out, but not before New York scores 2 more. Top of the order for San Jose, Clements, Dinger, Blaziken, and Clements strikes out. First out. Dinger will hit a infield single, and base hit by Blaziken. So 2-on-1 out. A strikeout from Hayes. DeGaulle coming up. And he'll hit this one deep to left, but that will be caught by the left fielder. 3-1 still. As we move on to the bottom of the third. A ground out by Gremlin for the first out. Waylander will get this one up the middle, and that actually gets past the shortstop for the one-on-one out. And that is a walk by Kuhlman. 2-on-1 out. Salmon Arms. Oh! Wow, that's a rare double play there. Stuff on third to throw to first. I don't think I've seen that too much here. But Mears gets a base hit past the first baseman for the leadoff to lead off the inning. Mills skies this one deep to the left, but it'll be caught for the first out. Calavera, that's one, that's two, and he grounds out into a double play. Still 3-1 New York. And that is a line out from Bryant to the third baseman. DeSantos will get this one over the head of the first baseman for base hit. McKinley will strike out looking. O'Houlihan up the middle, base hit. 2 on, 2 out for Beckenham, who will get a base hit into right field, and that will bring home DeSantos. 4-1 New York. Gremlin hits this one deep, and a diving catch at right field by Dinger. That saves a few runs. But New York does put on another one on the board. Glaze will strike out swinging for the first out in the top of the fifth. Clemens followed by Dinger. And Clemens will strike out check swinging. I don't know if actually check swung. But they said that he swung. Dinger gets this one into right field, but that would be a third out. So New York still 4-1, up 4-1. Waylander with a base hit to lead off the bottom of the fifth for New York. And that is a wild pitch there, and Waylander moves to second. And that is a little fly ball to second for the first out by Kuhlman. Salmon Arms will hit this one into the gap, and that will score Waylander, make it 5-1 New York. Bryant gets this one past the third baseman, and that will bring home Salmon Arms, and that's Bryant with an RBI double. And a strikeout by DeSantos. McKinley will get this one into left field, and that will score McKinley, make that 7-1. So New York pouring it on a little bit there. And there's Houlihan with a double down the line, and they will hoe up McKinley. Sure, why not? Beckenham up the middle. That will score one. That will score two and make it 9-1. So New York continue to pour it on here. Up the middle by Gremlin. Oh boy. Waylander will ground out to the shortstop to end this. New York put up 5. It's 9-1 now. San Jose needs, well, they need a lot of stuff. So let's see if they could do anything. Blaziken over the head of the center fielder for a leadoff double, so that's a good start. And that is Hayes flying out to center. First out. I'll actually take a look because Game 7 should be not started by IAs if possible. So remind me to look at the pitching if there is a Game 7. So. And there's a base hit to lead off the inning by Kuhlman. Seminar coming up. And that is up the middle, base hit. So 2 on, no out. There's 18 hits for the Rats now. But Bryant grounds into a double play. And no. Oh, DeSanto, I guess it's a fly out, line out. I don't know what it is. Weird OTP animation for the third out. Still 9-1. As Mills grounds out to the shortstop for the first out. And Calavera gets a base hit. Glaze coming up. And he will sky this into right. Wow, okay. And then Clemens grounds out into a fielder's choice. And still 9-1. We go under bottom of the 7th. Slur McKenzie coming into pitch. And gets McKinley to ground out. There's a base hit into the gap by Houlihan, raising his batting average up to 367 now. And Beckham flies out into foul territory. Gremlin gets a base hit, and that's an RBI double. 10 runs on 20 hits by New York now. And oh, he dropped it. Oh, an infield fly, and he dropped it. And there's, oh, okay. Oh, goodness. And a pass ball, wild pitch, then they score another one. And, okay, that was ugly baseball. That's just ugly baseball. So it's 11-1. A strikeout looking by Dinger. And a ground out by Blaziken to the shortstop, and second out. And a strikeout by Hayes. So, yeah. Not really putting up much of a fight there. It's a fly out by Salmon Arms. First out, Bryant, and grounds out. And then DeSantos will get this one into the gap, and that should be at least a double. And that is a stand-up double for DeSantos. And that is another wild pitch as DeSantos moves to third. McKinley will walk. And O'Houlihan will hit a slow roller, but they will get him out for the third out. And San Jose's last chance. Could they put up at least 10 to tie it? And that is well, that's a good start. A double by DeGaulle. DeGaulle? Yeah. Mears will ground out to third for the first out. Kendrick Mills will get this one up the middle, but looks like DeGaulle had to hold up there because they weren't sure if they could catch it. Oh, too shallow of... Okay, that's just weird animation. Too shallow of a fly ball. And it doesn't matter. Glaze strikes out. And that is... So the Rats win Game 6 in just dominant fashion. 21 hits. Oof. San Jose side, they did get 9 hits, but they only scored 1 run. Dinger and Blaziken with multiple hits, and that is it. On New York side, everybody got a hit. Everybody got multiple hits except for Kuhlman. There's too many to go around. Everybody did something. Over on the pitching side, Ryabi unfortunately gave up 6 runs to take the loss. Gamble wasn't good either. And then okay, yeah. And yeah, on New York's pitching side, Porterfield gets the win, and that bullpen held it down. And the player of the game is Tyree Porterfield. I'm getting pinged again. Oh, okay. All right. Alrighty. I'm gonna save this. And there is a Game 7, and we're going to... I'm going to save this again. Okay, if possible, I'm not going to start them. They are the IAs of both teams. So, New York, it's Hooper ready. Hooper is not ready. Oh, I guess they're not ready. I don't know. You guys let me know. You guys want to start these guys on short rests. And just... Sheets is really tired. I don't think you can start Sheets. I don't think you can start Sheets. There's not... You know what? Why not? Why not? Because we could do anything we want. I'm gonna reset the fatigue, and we're gonna start the... I'm gonna reset the fatigue, and we're gonna start Sheets and Hooper in this Game 7. So, why not? Because we can. Because we could do anything we want. So it's Hooper and Sheets to start Game 7. And let's take a look at the lineup. Let's see who should be playing. Who should, but you know. All right, who had played a lot? Oh, okay, he played all 11 games. I don't think but there's no backup. Yeah, there's no backup infielders in this team, so I guess White can, but actually, yeah. Why don't we do this? White will take over here, and then a better bat, so let's move him. I think they had him down here before. So let's do that. Gets people some action here. Let's look at the Jose's. Who really hasn't played? So he stays. There's no backup catcher, so it doesn't really matter. Everybody kind of played the same amount of games already. You know what, Hayes? We're going to sacrifice you. And we're going to get in Garfield. Actually, can... And then... Hayes can play catcher. Yes, you can. Abide may not be a good catcher. Oh, that's not too bad. 90. All right, yeah. Why not? Hayes, you're back in as catcher. If the pitching sucks, we could just blame you. Can two blame play? No, I'm sorry, you can't. All right. Let's go with this. Why not? You're gonna have. Actually, we're gonna do this. And then. All right. Let's do this. All right, Game 7. Ask the Boob. Is Schneider's season? No, Anik, it's not. I guess it depends on your expectation. What do you mean by All right, Game 7. Sheets, Hooper. It looks like SJJ still has a bit of an advantage here. Well, whatever. It is what it is. So, there's really nothing else more to say about it. Let's just start this up. Next season rookie showcase has a star on the team. Team Shu, Team Aurum, Team... maybe. That's a decent idea. I'll think about it. Name them after like Hall of Famers in the league. Why not? So Hooper off to a good start here. Getting Sheets walking McKinley to start off the inning. Houlihan will hit a little dribbler, getting McKinley out at second, so that's a fielder's choice. Waylander will ground 1 and 2, so Sheets gets Waylander grounded to a double play. And on to the top of the second. Garfield gets this one past the diving first baseman to lead off the inning. DeGaulle will... this lands in left field, so it's 2 on, no out for Hayes. And Hayes will fly out to the shortstop. And Mills grounded into a double play to end the inning, so Hooper gets himself out of trouble there. Moving on to the bottom of the second. There's a base hit by Gremlin. And Sheets will get... that's 1. Kumin grounds into a fielder's choice. Salmon arms into left field. Base hit. First and second with 1 out. And that is a base hit by White. And his bases loaded. 1 out for Bryant. Bryant will hit this into shallow center. And it is very shallow, so nobody runs. DeSantos grounds out to the first baseman. So they load up the bases. So both pitchers getting themselves in trouble and getting himself out of it. And that is a Okay, that's a seeing eye single by Calavera, and Frank strikes out swinging. And there's a little infield hit by Clement. And there's a base hit by Dinger, and bases loaded, 1 out. Blaziken strikes out, cannot hold up his swing. Garfield coming up, and he will sky this into left, and that will be caught. So both teams loading up the bases and can't do anything. Top of the order for the Rats. McKinley will get an infield single to lead off the inning. O'Houlihan hit this one deep, and that is gone. New York takes a 2-0 lead on O'Houlihan's 2-run shot. Oh boy. Waylander getting a base hit past the shortstop, so New York putting on gas pedals. Oh boy. 2 on, no out, so Gremlin getting himself a single. Kuhlman into right field. That is a base hit. Bases loaded, no out for Salmon Arms. Salmon Arm past the shortstop. That is 3 runs now, 3-0. They're playing infield in again, but it doesn't matter. White gets this one up the middle, 4-0. Sheets cannot get anyone in, and he's out. Chris Gamble coming in, and he will get Bryant to fly out, but that is a sac fly. 5-0 Rats. DeSantos. That is a wild pitch, and both runners move up. Second, and DeSantos strikes out. He cannot check his swing. That's a 2nd out. And that is a base hit by McKinley. That will drive in 2. That is 7-0. New York over San Jose. And that is a ground out by O'Houlihan. But they score 7 on the bottom of the 3rd. Let's see if San Jose can respond at all. That is a ground out by DeGaulle for the 1st out. A strikeout by Hudson Hayes. Mills coming up. And that is a walk by Mills. Calavera. As a base hit into center field. 2 on, 2 out by Frank, coming up Frank. And he will strike out. So Hooper giving up 6 hits, but didn't give up any runs, so holding on tight after 4. And that is a ground out by Waylander for the 1st out in the bottom of the 4th. And another ground out by Gremlin. And Kuhlman coming up, and that is a infield fly ball, and that will be the 3rd out. We move on to the bottom of the 4th. And Clements flies out to left. Dinger will strike out looking. Blaziken will get a walk. Up next is Garfield, John Garfield. Up the middle, base hit. 2 on, 2 out for DeGaulle, who hits this one into center for the 3rd out. So 7 hits for San Jose and nothing to show for it, unfortunately. Salmon Arms, White, and Bryant coming up. And Salmon Arms strikes out for the 1st out. Chris Gamble is still out there pitching and getting White to strike out. And that is a ground out to the first baseman by Bryant. So, yeah, apparently offense doesn't exist outside of that bottom of the 3rd here. Hayes grounds out. And Mills flies out for the 2nd out. Calavera grounds out to the shortstop. That is a 1-2-3 inning. Hooper pitching himself a gem here now. But DeSantos will lead off, and he'll get a ground out to 2nd. McKinley will strike out looking. O'Houlihan will take the walk. And is that it for Gamble? No. Oh, yes, it is. Adam Mosley coming in, and he will promptly give up a double to Waylander. And that will score O'Houlihan. So make that 8-0 now. Oof. And a ground out by Gremlin, and that will be it for the bottom of, after 6. Rats score a run. It's 8-0 now. San Jose really need to do something. Frank gets a walk to lead off the inning. Clemens will ground out to the shortstop. Dinger will hit a, okay, I guess it's a fielder's choice. And a balk by Seldrit. But he will strike out Blaziken, so the balk didn't do anything. Oh boy. Koolman will ground out to the shortstop for the first out. Adam Mosley still pitching. And that is a fly out from Seminars. Second out. White will strike out looking. We are moving to the top of the 8th now. Garfield ground out to the shortstop. And that is a base hit by DeGaulle. And that is a fly ball by Hayes to center. And that is the second out. Mills strikes out. So not much to it. They still haven't put up a run. Bottom of the 8th. Strikeout by Bryant. DeSantos coming up as a grounder to first. Second out. And that is a infield single by McKinley. And a shallow fly ball to the second baseman by O'Luhan. Ends the 8th. Last chance. Will we have OTP manufactured drama? Guess not. Ariel Ronaldo comes into pitch as a ground out by, and a line out by Frank. And Clemens' last chance. That is it. And New York takes the win. So congratulations to the New York Pizza Rats. Oh man. Unfortunately, San Jose got trounced. So I apologize. Sorry to the Jose's. It's rigged. It is rigged. It's always rigged. Really no runs, but there's a couple of hits from Garfield, DeGaulle, and Calavera on San Jose's side. On New York side, everybody, well, the first like 7 hitters got hits, and leading the way is McKinley, who I think ended up batting like 4 something in this tournament. Home run by O'Luhan off of Sheets to open up the scoring there, in that crazy second where they score 7. So Benny Sheets, unfortunately, who pitched so well up until this game. I mean, that 4.79 ERA is really just from this game, and he had like a 1.9 ERA coming into this, and he gave up 7 in that second inning. It was just unfortunate. Hooper, who started off actually kind of poorly, redeemed himself and ended up with a 2.7 ERA in this. So, yeah, I mean the Rats are pretty goated right now. So Mio Hooper is the player of the game. Oh, so congratulations to the Rats. They don't actually show like tournaments. They don't show like a series like MVP or anything. So, but we did get a 7-game series out of that. So that's kind of cool, you know. So, she's got cheated on. Oh man. So, well, thank you guys for tuning in and just yeah, just having some fun with this. I think I mentioned how your player does, good or bad, in this has no bearing to how your player actually do in the minors this season or next or whatever. Said no file uploads good. There's no file. There's an offline file. So, but we are very happy to see everybody here. This is exciting. I personally love drafts. I can't wait to see where everybody goes and getting a chance to, yeah, be with your teammates. I'll tell you this: my best times really in this league was being a GM of a minor league club. um, and it's an amazing place to be. This is your first introduction to the league, and really, like, if you're on a good minor league org, like, you have such a tie to them, really, and yeah, and really, wherever you get drafted tomorrow, or whatever position, it really in the long run doesn't matter. You have an entire season to kind of, get used to the league and raise your draft stock for the majors. Majors GMs are watching. They may not have spoken to you yet, or have remotely started scouting, but they they are watching, and how you guys do on activities and how active you guys are, that all matters. The stats here, stats here or stats in the first season means nothing. You uh, you could win rookie of the year and have, like, like bat 400, um, but that doesn't determine, where you get drafted, um, in the majors, and so and you could have a 5 ERA that season. It wouldn't matter. But my advice for you guys is to just have fun, learn the league, and how you can succeed in it. That's your way. That's the best advice I could really give to anybody. Just have fun with it and learn. Like, ask questions. That's the way to get better. You know, you you know you're not going to get better by doing nothing. So, um, but each team has their locker room. I hope you guys enjoy your time there. Um, it should be a fun season. We're 33 seasons in. I kind of can't believe it. It's kind of insane, like, for me to think about it. Being you know being in this league for so long, and yeah, like BTS says, earning activity, like, that's what people are looking for. TPE is the name of the game. The goal is to get as many of it to give yourself the best chance to help your team win, to help yourself do as well as possible. You're not making it anywhere, like you're not making it anywhere, if you don't. And my when I was GM of the when I was a minors GM, my goal was to see people improve, both in TPE wise, stat wise, and I want them to move on from my team. Like, I want to see people succeed in a major, and I want to see that for everybody. Um, it's a long road, but it's fun. I'll tell you this. It gets grueling sometimes, but that's just from me doing a lot of stuff as a GM. But I have thoroughly enjoyed my players so far. I know that it gets a little frustrating at times, but it's gonna be fun. Um, just to give you guys a heads up on what's coming up, we mentioned this earlier today. Tomorrow is the minors draft. It'll be streamed here, hosted by Rabbit Sponge, and you guys will all find out where you guys go. Um, and during the draft or after the draft, the GM should be inviting you guys to the respective locker room. So enjoy that. On Sunday, we have our season 32 awards. The awards, yeah, I mean, you don't know the league, but it's a good chance to kind of get to know player names and so forth. Um, I know my first season, I didn't know the league, I didn't know the players, so it feels a little detached, but but once you get to know more of the players, and especially once you tie it into the users, and you realize that you're talking to those people and so forth, it becomes it you feel more at home. It definitely does. Like once I got to know, the people in the league, it definitely feels a lot more like home. Um, and then on, I think it's Monday. I probably should check this. I should check this. Let me double check. There is a schedule that was posted. I want to double check when the Tahini is. I think it's Monday. Um, I very clearly I don't really pay attention to anything Hummus says. So, what's today's date? 27. Okay. Showcase or the Sunday award. Oh, I'm sorry, Tuesday. Tuesday is the 10th Tahini Classic. It's the 10th one? Oh, goodness. Uh, so, um, that's Tuesday. So for you, anyone who doesn't know, the Tahini Classic is yeah, who listens to him? Um, the Tahini Classic is a one game elimination like NCAA style tournament. Um, there are teams that get buys, and that was based on team records. So you could see it in there's a Tahini channel with I don't know if it's chat or the results or something, or and there's also the bracket that you could fill out to try to win league money too. So really, is it 11th? He put down 10th here. So okay. Um, yeah, so go check out the bracket. You have a chance to win some league money there. If you somehow magically get a perfect, which no one has, and like the chances are like ridiculously slim. Apparently, I think I forgot what the payout is now. Like he raised up like 100 mil or something like that, and something ridiculous. But if you do get like the top bracket, I think you get like 10 mil. So it's still a really good payout. And just have fun with it. And that's on Tuesday. And then we start spring training on Thursday and Saturday, the two spring training sims. So this is your first chance to really see your player in action with your team. Uh, just a warning, and just a warning, uh, because how OOTP works with spring training is that it expects a 60-man like roster here, or at least 40. We don't have that, so it's you're gonna see games after the first few days. The scores in the majors is gonna just balloon up and just go nuts. It doesn't happen in the minors because there's a bigger bullpen in the minors, and also because um, I do the schedule manually for the minors, and the game generates one for majors. But you eventually see some crazy scores, and just note that it's not typical of regular season games. So just keep that in mind. So that's next week, and then the regular season starts the week after in the week of June 7th, and all the craziness goes. We will have PTs coming up, and so you guys have a chance to earn more TPE. And best of luck. Yeah, 25 nights. Yeah, we had like a 40-run game at one point. It's insane. So part of it is fatigue. The other part is that everybody plays out of position. So ridiculous to the point where they really shouldn't be. Um, but it's just it's kind of funny. Anyways, if you guys have questions, I kid you not, feel free to DM me. I'm happy to help you guys, and to answer any questions you may have about the league or about your players and so forth. Best of luck tomorrow. I am going to hop off and get myself some dinner. So thank you guys for tuning in, and stamina check, stamina check. So all right. Have a good night and weekend.